We need Greenland, very importantly, for international security.
Donald Trump refused to rule out using military force to take control of the island.
Denmark's prime minister has been racing across the continent, trying to shore up support from allies.
Greenland is today a part of the Kingdom of Denmark. It's a part of our territory.
A storm is sweeping through the icy corridors of diplomacy. Denmark has just summoned the top American diplomat in Copenhagen after, according to Reuters, a shocking report from Danish broadcaster DR revealed that 3 US citizens with direct links to Donald Trump allegedly carried out covert influence operations in Greenland. For a region known more for glaciers than espionage, the revelations sent shockwaves across Europe. Was this simply the work of overzealous private individuals, or part of a hidden plan to bring Greenland under US control? And what does this mean for the fragile alliance between Washington and one of its oldest European friends? The report, published by DR, cites unnamed Danish government and intelligence sources who claim that the Americans sought to influence political opinion and weaken Denmark's hold on Greenland, a semi-autonomous territory that has long been central to US Arctic ambitions. This comes after years of uneasy relations following Trump's infamous 2019 remarks that the United States should buy Greenland.
I think we're going to get it. One way or the other, we're going to get it.
At the time, Denmark dismissed the idea as absurd.
Greenland is today a part of the Kingdom of Denmark. It's a part of our territory, and it's not for sale.
But Trump insisted that controlling Greenland was a national security necessity.
We need Greenland for national security purposes. I've been told that for a long time.
Fast forward to 2025, and the same ambition appears to have resurfaced, this time beneath the surface. You're watching Maple States, your trusted source for verified global reports. Help us reach 10,000 subscribers and complete today's 1,000 like challenge. Your support keeps independent journalism alive. According to DR, 3 Americans with connections to the Trump administration made multiple visits to Greenland throughout 2024 and 2025. One was reportedly a regular companion of Trump at public events, another worked under his administration, and a third had been considered for a future national security role. Intelligence sources allege that one of the men compiled lists of US-friendly Greenlanders, identified local critics of Trump, and collected stories that could portray Denmark negatively in Greenlandic media. The other 2 allegedly built relationships with business leaders, politicians, and journalists, all while promoting the idea that Greenland would benefit more under US partnership.
Greenland never has been for sale, never will be for sale, and therefore I think it's very important to say that the future of Greenland is completely up to us.
Danish security analysts told Bloomberg that these operations appeared coordinated rather than random, resembling a long-term influence campaign designed to fracture the relationship between Greenland and Denmark. Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen and Foreign Minister Lars Løkke Rasmussen quickly condemned the activities, calling them unacceptable interference. Meanwhile, the US State Department responded cautiously, claiming the US respects Greenland's right to determine its own future and that Washington does not control the actions of private citizens. Greenland, home to roughly 57,000 people, has been pursuing gradual independence from Denmark for decades. Yet, according to a University of Copenhagen poll from January 2025, only 6% of Greenlanders support any US takeover.
A poll from January demonstrated overwhelming rejection of a US takeover, with just 6% of Greenlanders supporting it.
No, we don't want to be owned by the USA. We can't get bought.
Greenland people are so neutral, so quiet. They don't shout. There's a lot of things we should be shouting about, but
the rest prefer independence or continued Danish ties. This sentiment directly undermines Trump's recurring claim that the US could eventually acquire Greenland one way or another. Politicians from both Denmark and Greenland have since reaffirmed their opposition, declaring that Greenland is not for sale.
Greenland is ours, the Prime Minister declared. We are not for sale and will never be for sale.
But this isn't just about 3 men in the Arctic. Because, as newly uncovered intelligence suggests, Washington has been watching Greenland for far longer than anyone realized. In May 2025, the Wall Street Journal reported that the United States had ordered its intelligence agencies to expand surveillance of Greenland's independence movement and monitor its political attitudes toward the US. The revelation triggered outrage in Copenhagen. Prime Minister Frederiksen warned, "You cannot spy against an ally."
Donald Trump refused to rule out using military force to take control of the island.
Denmark's prime minister has been racing across the continent, trying to shore up support from allies.
Greenland is today a part of the Kingdom of Denmark. It's a part of our territory.
Denmark isn't standing still. Since early 2025, the government has boosted Arctic defense spending by over $2 billion, deployed new helicopters and naval vessels to Greenland, and expanded its intelligence coordination with European partners. Copenhagen also launched a $130 million initiative to improve Greenland's justice sector and combat discrimination against Inuit communities. The message is clear. Denmark intends to defend both the island's rights and its sovereignty. To underline that unity, French President Emmanuel Macron joined Frederiksen on a visit to Nuuk in June, declaring, "That's not what allies do." Tensions aren't limited to diplomacy. How do you navigate an alliance with a superpower that starts acting like a threat? Despite Denmark's willingness to strengthen NATO cooperation and Greenland's openness to work with the US on defense and resources, the tone from Washington has shifted, from partnership to pressure. Analysts now believe Trump's interest in Greenland is less about security and more about symbolism, a quest for territorial prestige. For Denmark, this leaves a difficult question. Can a small democracy hold its ground when a global superpower tries to move its borders, politically, if not militarily? Copenhagen says its alliance with the US remains strong, but behind the scenes, trust is eroding. And with the Arctic warming faster than any other region on Earth, the race for power and territory may have only just begun. This is Maple States, your window to verified global affairs. If you value truth over noise, hit subscribe, join the discussion, and tell us below, is Greenland becoming the next flashpoint in global politics, or is this just diplomatic theater in the Arctic? Stay informed, stay independent. This is Maple States.